Oh, look at you. All right, we're good. I knew that.
I hope this is the last time.
It's just always behind our thing on my phone.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. So we got everybody?
Judy, can you hear us?
We're good to start into our committee meeting. Everybody good?
Please, yes. Yep.
All right, here we go. We got on our regular agenda, we have one first reading, no second, third, or pending. We have a supplemental agenda with one first reading, which is Resolution 20R35. So we'll start out with our first reading from our regular agenda, which is Finance Committee Resolution 20R34. Jim?
We will open the Finance Committee meeting at whatever time it is.
6:08. It is
6:08. 6:08.
6:08.
Resolution 20R34, a resolution creating a separate special revenue fund titled Local Coronas Relief Fund, Fund 2066, for the monies distributed through the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, CARES Act, and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage. If some of you could hit mute, that'd probably be a good thing. So with this, like we passed at the last meeting, we passed a resolution verifying that we would use the money properly, and part of that is having a separate fund for this money so it can easily be audited, where the money goes and what we're doing with it and how much money we need to give back if we don't use. And I believe that's what this is. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. We have received the first portion, the part that comes from House Bill 481, over $400,000 came in this week. So obviously we had to set up this, we have to set up this fund to put it in, or came in last week. And we have not, you will eventually see another resolution regarding appropriations, additional appropriations. However, they're still finalizing the guidelines on how we can use that money. So we're kind of holding off on that so that we know, what we're going to use that for. We need to know how to place those appropriations, but this at least gets the fund set up, and then we can deposit those funds into that, or the monies that came into that fund.
Okay. Anyone have questions on this? This is obviously something we should waive the 3 readings on and move forward with immediately. Hearing none, we will ask to waive the 3 readings on this when we get to that point. Then we'll move on to supplemental.
Yep.
Which is 20R35, a resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with CPL Engineering Incorporated to provide inspection services for the South Main Street resurfacing project, and declaring that this shall be effective immediately upon passage. And like we've gone through the last couple of years, when we have a project like this that the state is involved, they want to have somebody there, make sure everything's done right. And we've used CPL Engineering before for this. GPD has recommended them and approved the proposal, has reviewed the proposal, so has ODOT. And this is, again, just something as the lead agency for the South Main Street project we need to move forward with. Am I missing anything?
Nope.
Nope, sounds good.
Okay.
Good job.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, then again, we'll proceed without the 3 readings, and we will close the Finance Committee meeting at 6:11.
All right, thank you, Jim. Anybody have anything in their committees they'd like to talk about? No? All right. Here we go. I'd like to call to order the City of New Franklin meeting this Wednesday, July 1st, 2020. I'm guessing it's about 6:12. And if we'd all like to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic
for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That's a little
Thank you,
awkward.
Jim.
That was very nice.
Nice, Jim. Thank you. All right. Can I get a roll call, please, Kelly?
Mr. Cotts,
Yes. Present.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes, here.
Mrs. Jones,
Present.
Mr. Fetterman,
Here.
Mr. Hawk,
Here.
Miss Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Stock.
Here. And that was a here, right, Andrea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It said, yes, I'm here.
Very good. Thank you. All right. I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular scheduled meeting of June 17th, 2020.
Second.
We got a first and a second. Any discussion, comments? All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman,
Yes.
Mr. Hawk,
Yes.
Miss Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cotts.
Yes.
All right. That's everybody. We're going to go to our public comment. Please keep your comments addressed to council in under 4 minutes. We'll give it a few minutes here. Katie, have you seen anything?
I have not seen anything. No, she's on there. I have not seen anything.
She's right there. I see her.
Nothing yet. I just posted to let people know that it's time and to state their name and address first. So
Okay. We'll give them a minute or two here. See, Andrea's watching us right now.
That's right. I'm watching.
I'm watching too.
I know. And Kelly's watching.
I am.
We comprise the 13 people watching. Who is still oh. Mine's frozen up.
Mine shows Jim's too.
What? I'm not frozen.
Jim's
No, but I
moving
see
around.
you.
This is the best connection I've had for a while.
That's got to be it. Yes.
Did you have that planned, Jim, or was that just something you just came up with?
Right there, buddy. I'm right on top of it.
Man, that's awesome.
I don't see anything coming through.
Nothing? All right, well, we're going to move on for now. We're going to move into we're going to stick with our regular agenda for first reading on resolution number 20-R-34. Kelly?
A resolution creating a separate special revenue fund titled Local Coronavirus Relief Fund, Fund 2066, for the monies distributed through the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, the CARES Act, and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
Terry, can you hit mute? This resolution is signed to the Finance Committee, and we move to waive the 3 readings on 20R34.
Second.
First and second, roll call, please.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman,
Yes.
Mr. Hawk,
Yes.
was that a yes?
Yes.
Miss Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cotts,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
We move to adopt resolution 20R34.
Second.
We have a first and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman,
Yes.
Mr. Hawk,
Yes.
Miss Norris,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cotts,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
All right, that passes 7-0. Thank you. We're gonna, again, there's no second, third, or pending on our regular agenda. We're gonna move to our supplemental agenda for first reading on resolution 20-R-35. Kelly?
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with CTL Engineering Incorporated to provide inspection services for the South Main Street resurfacing project and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on resolution 20R35.
Second.
Got a first and second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fetterman,
Yes.
Mr. Hawk,
Yes.
Ms. Norris,
yes,
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cotts,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
We move to adopt resolution 20R35.
Second.
Got a first and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Fetterman,
Yes.
Mr. Hawk,
Yes.
Ms. Norris,
yes,
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cotts,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
All right, that passes 7-0. Thank you. Again, no other legislation. Our favorite part, here it is, mayor's report.
Yes, thank you. I'll run through a few things. Dominion Energy is offering assistance on utility bills. We have that posted, and these are a couple options, support systems that are basically COVID related. So if you go to our website, you can find the information, or you can go to their website, dominionenergy.com. Summit County is also offering now mortgage and rent assistance. And that got announced this week. We posted that on the website, and it's pretty liberal. If you're behind in your mortgage or if you're behind in your rent, and if that is COVID related, and I think specifically they're looking for people that got either laid off or furloughed or whatever, and got behind in their rent or their mortgage, there is assistance available. Go to the website for the details. There's a window for application. I can't remember, it's 7 or 8 days, and I don't know if it's opened yet, but anyway. And it goes up to a point of a family of 5 could have monthly income of as much as $7,000 and still qualify for this. So it's relatively liberal, 3 times the poverty level. So take a look at that for anybody who's behind, or pass the word on that. And we're trying to get that word out also. The Summit County Fiscal Office has the Fix It program. That provides some very low interest loans for home repairs. That's not necessarily COVID related, but if you're thinking about some home repairs, they got a couple points under prime in conjunction with one of the local banks. So take a look at that. We want to congratulate Dan Ferguson, who is now been promoted to fire lieutenant. He fills the spot that Layla Matheny so admirably filled for so many years. Layla was with us 33 years and retired. They went through the posted the spot, interviews, etc. And Dan was selected. He started, actually, his first day was June 28th. He's been 20 plus years with the department, extremely well respected, well prepared. And we welcome him to that position and congratulate him. And I guess I will tell you, I have no news about Kungle Road Bridge, except I did get a call from another resident who says, when's it going to happen? And I checked with GPD. We were told that the OPWC money wasn't going to be there. I never saw anything official in that regard. I talked to Josh Schlager from GPD. He's double checking, but he doesn't think there's going to be OPWC funds. We are thinking about trying to make some pitch that it's somehow COVID related, or at least that we need it due to COVID emergencies. And, there's an argument to be made there in terms of response times, et cetera. So all I can tell you is that we're doing everything we can to come up with the money for that. Well, to help the city of Norton and the Summit County engineer, come up with the money for that. But as of now, it's status quo, which unfortunately it means it's still closed. The final item I have is also a bridge item, and you probably saw this, the Benner Road Bridge, which, ironically, it really couldn't be more ironic that, on our northern border, we got a bridge that's just in Norton and has been out now for a year, over a year. At our very southern border, we have this Benner Road Bridge that's right on the border of Lawrence Township. And ODOT inspection came out a year ago and said it needs work. They lowered the load limit. We applied to the Ohio Bridge Partnership and received a grant for, I believe, about 80% of the cost of that, which is just a little bit over $1 million. And that went into, it was going to be fiscal year 2022. And the feeling was the bridge would survive until then. They do periodic inspections, and an inspection was done late last week. And the group that did that inspection said the bridge needs to be closed, so we closed it. And we're doing what we can to accelerate it. It looks like we're going to be able to accelerate the grant from the Bridge Partnership to the spring of the funding. We'll try to have all the engineering together. The funding would become available July 1st of next year. So, while it's not 2 years down the road, it's still a year down the road. And in the meantime, that bridge is closed. We are also, we're getting a second opinion on the integrity of the bridge. Obviously, we don't want to take any chances, but we're not sure that anything changed from 6 months ago when they just lowered the load limit. So we're seeing if they can take we're taking another look, and it's possible maybe they lower the limit more. There might be some way to reopen that. We have to be very careful, obviously, because school buses travel that bridge. The irony is that the city's share of that would be $184,000, and I can tell you it's a commitment. That bridge arguably benefits Lawrence Township residents a whole lot more than New Franklin registered residents, similar to the situation on our northern border. But it's our bridge, and we will have continued discussions with the engineer because it's either ours or the Summit County engineers. So you guys have heard that one before. That battle has not been resolved yet. And it doesn't just involve our bridges. It involves every bridge in Summit County as to who's got the responsibility for these. So that's the forecast there. I'll keep you updated, but as of right now, it's closed, and it would appear that we'd be ready to go with replacement in July of next summer. And that's all I got.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Susan, Finance?
Yes, we just yesterday completed it and filed the 2019 GAAP financial report. So that has been done. Our audit, as you know, the auditors were out at New Franklin a couple weeks ago, and our audit should be completed by the end of July. Also, regarding the CARES Act money and also the other money that's going to come through the county, there will be another set of resolutions. Probably at the next meeting, there will be one for the actual creation of another special revenue fund for the grant that we're going to, and the monies that we're going to get through the county. And then again, we have to see how we're allowed to use them before we do the additional appropriations, but that will be coming as well. And that's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Old business. No old business? All right, I have some.
Me, I do.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
Go
ahead, Jim.
Speaking of the Benner Road Bridge, kind of related, the South Main Street Bridge over Nimisila Creek recently had their load limit reduced. Do we have a status or a concern, or a way to make sure we're avoiding a closure in a couple of years?
That one is a Summit County bridge. So
Okay.
everything that's done relative to that, the reduction in weight limit, et cetera, is all done through the Summit County engineer. So we don't have jurisdiction or responsibility relative
Okay.
to that bridge.
Good. All right. Just want to remind everybody, July 15th is a new tax day. So make sure if you have it, that you do. And I think that's all.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Any other old business? All right, new business. I actually have something for new business. And I think everybody remembers back on June 11th where that car came down Clinton Road and went into the river where a man lost his life. But we have a hero here amongst us, Dustin Nist. I think it's David Nist's boy who used to, serve on our some zoning stuff and that. But he actually was coming home from work following that car. When that car went in the river, he actually, told the paramedic, where we got our little joint fire station there with Clinton. Then he actually went in the river with a piece of railroad tie, broke out the window and saved that woman's life. 26-year-old Dustin Nist. That's a true hero there. I don't know. Have you heard of that, Paul?
Yeah, in fact, we are preparing and I appreciate you mentioning it, we're preparing a proclamation, a resolution with a proclamation to honor him. We'll indicate that being sponsored by council as a whole.
Yeah, that's...
And I was hopeful, we didn't schedule anything this time around because I was hopeful that they'd lift the ban on public meetings and we could actually have him at the next meeting.
Okay.
So we could present, and that still may happen, but that's, so we put that on hold for this week, but I appreciate you mentioning it, and we'll have something in front of you to honor him, because that's a very, very, very big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's something for him just to do that on his own. That's very heroic for sure. So I just wanted to mention that. I seen that and wanted to bring that up. I was going to call you about it earlier and kind of forgot about it. So anyhow, but I got that written down. So good job, Dustin Nist. That's we're all proud of you for that. Any other new business?
I just want to mention real quick, it's 4th of July weekend. It's going to be hot. People are going to be out on the water. People are going to be having activities in their backyard. Fireworks, I'm sure, will be blasting off. Be safe on the water. Have a designated driver on the water. It's the same thing. Be safe in your backyard with your family. It's going to be a fun weekend. Let's make sure we all have fun. All right.
All right. Yeah, again, with that, there's going to be a lot of motorcycles out too this weekend. Look twice, save a life, so that's another thing to address on that. Another thing I've been seeing a lot of, and we talked about it earlier, and never just things kind of came up about the grass getting shot out on the roads, how dangerous that is for bicyclists, motorcyclists. And I still don't think the state has done anything. So I'd still like to look into that at some point.
We alerted our police last time around, and I'm advised that they're paying attention to that. So when this came up last summer, I talked to the police, and they said that they were aware and that they're. I'm not aware. I don't believe anybody's been cited, but I do believe that when they observe it, they're making contact and issuing warnings. So that'll be the protocol as we go forward.
Yeah, because
if somebody sees that on the road, let us know.
Yeah.
Give our dispatch a call, and we'll send the police out there.
Yeah, because it is very dangerous. I mean, I at one point was trying to stop just to let somebody know that that's very dangerous in my truck, and I slid like I was on ice in my truck.
Yeah.
Somebody on a bicycle or a motorcycle, that could be fatal. So anyhow, so thanks for that. Excuse me. Any other new business? All right, let's go to our public questions. Seeing anything yet, Katie?
I'm not seeing anything. If we want to give it a few seconds.
All right, yeah, we'll give it a little bit here.
Jim?
Music?
I'd like to call an
Jim's on
executive
mute.
session at my house. Is that possible? We can play some darts. I can't tell. How many people we have watching tonight, Katie? Can you see that? I can't see it.
Right now.
12? Some of them are us, I'm sure. Half of them. At least Andrea. How's everybody feel about wrapping this thing up? Nothing, Katie?
Mm-mm.
All right. Does everybody feel like we can wrap this up? We gave enough time?
Yeah.
Andy looks like he's ready. All right.
We have reservations, so, you know.
All right. Well, let me get into a cut now. I'm good. All right. No executive session. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. I'm guessing our next meeting, which is July 15th, 2020, well, I'm sure is going to be Zoom, Paul. If not, we'll get that out there and see what happens. So
Will do.
Thanks, everybody, tonight, and have a good night. We'll
Be
talk
safe.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good
Bye,
course.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Judy.